and welcome to the Everyone Active podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jo.
Hello, I'm Michelle, your other host. Guess where we are?
We are doubly bubbling. We are in the Pure Energy Studios in Wakefield.
The roadshow continues.
Yes, I mean, I love it. I just love this studio. It's
nice,
just so
isn't it?
gorgeous. So those of you that are only listening, not watching, we are in a fully high-tech podcast recording studio where
amazing,
even there's special material on the table that's in front of Michelle and I to bounce our voices in the correct, I don't know, wherever they need to go, way. So, yeah.
Was that a technical term?
Yeah.
Bounce it in the correct, I don't know what way. Yeah.
Yes, that is it. But
we probably sound better than usual, if that's possible. I don't know if it is.
Cue listeners going, yeah, whatever.
We have a guest, don't we?
We do.
We're very excited.
We do.
I'm very scared.
Toby.
Oh.
Team, we are introducing the lovely Nikki from Pure Energy to us, and we are going to be tapping into Nikki's knowledge of music and how it changes the feelings in the body. But we're also specifically going to be talking about the more wellness and the holistic side of music that is now coming through, especially in how it's filtering into group exercise classes. So we'll be using that. So Nikki, welcome.
Oh, thank
How are
you so
you?
much for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh.
I watched them when you shared them. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be on it.
Yes, you are.
Oh, so Nikki, tell us about your role at Pure Energy. What is it you do? Tell us everything.
Well, you'd probably be having a short answer if you asked me what I didn't do. Only messing. So I'm the label manager, but also I'm nearly 3 decades into teaching fitness, so I'm a bit long in the tooth now. Been there, done it. So everything that you hear on the albums going out there, I've already danced to it, pointed my toes to it, jumped up and down to it, lifted the weight to it, and got many other people to do it at the same time. So I help put the programs and the mixes together with the press play from the instructor's point of view in mind, and then I work very closely with the artists who are performing on the app as well. So all the music that you hear, I help the artist arrange the music in a certain way that we've been asked for.
I love that.
Wow.
When did your passion for, we're going to go both of them. I'll ask you first one, passion for music. Where did that come from? What's your earliest memory of it?
Funny, I shared a memory on socials the other day. I was 3 years old with big massive earphones on at a turntable.
No way!
Yeah, playing with my mum's Motown albums.
Oh, I love
pretending that I was
You're a DJ. I love that.
And rolling on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so music was really important when I was being brought up. So my mum was a big fan of Motown music, and then she's a big fan of people like Paul Weller, Style Council, so very eclectic. My dad was a big fan of Queen and other styles of like commercial rock like stuff, so very eclectic sound. And then my nan and granddad were big like Frank Sinatra fans.
Wow.
So music was always
around you,
really important. Yeah, so for me, I got brought up on the essence of soul, really loving soul music and understanding the melodies and the stories behind them. And then I went into dance when I was growing up. I always loved dance, so I started dancing I think at 6, and I'm still dancing now.
And what styles did you start off doing when you were 6 years old? What style of dancing? Was it ballet? Was it contemporary?
Straight into whatever was on a music video. I wanted to be that person.
Oh, I love you.
And that was where it came from.
Yeah.
So you were mimicking the routines you were seeing. Amazing.
Yeah, so I grew up on dance and music, and I actually was, you know, when you watch them movies about dancers and the street dancers, and then they have to go to college and learn to do ballet.
Was that you?
That was me. Yeah, I was the one who refused to wear tights in ballet. I'd rock in my big trackies, my big baggy t-shirt. No, I'm not wearing tights. But now after that, I went to uni and studied contemporary dance because I fell in love with the art, and now I fuse everything all into one.
Where was that first, do you know what, this is going to be my career. This is, dance fills my soul. I get that tick, and actually I want it to become more in my life. Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah, I remember being in senior school and being in my PE lesson, and the teacher was going to do an aerobic class, and she did it, and I was like, I can do that. let me have a go. I'll give it a little go. You give me some music and I'll get you walking. And I walk this way and I walk that way, go forward and back, jump up and down, do a squat. Obviously, completely against anything that we've learned on exercise to music. But when that happened, the teacher went, where did you get the confidence to do that? I said, I just felt like when you done it, I thought, I want to do that. I think I'll be good at that. And that was 2 years into seniors, and I just wanted to, like, right, that's it now. I know what I want to do.
And you did, and you literally stood in front of your whole class and you were like, actually, this is
I was
this
12.
Is me.
Wow.
And I stood in front of a room full of people and just went, let me have a go. I'll do it.
And were you a confident person out of that? So that was literally just your sweet spot. Amazing.
Yeah, just my sweet spot. So I'm not confident when it comes to social. It's so weird because I suffer with anxiety and different forms of, like, we're all on a spectrum somewhere, aren't we? So when it comes to anxiety, social is a nightmare for me. Any way I can get out of it, I will. But because in a class group fitness environment, I'm the one controlling the narrative. I know what's going to happen within that next hour. So I completely, it's my comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's my happy place to be, seeing the joy and what people achieve, not what I'm doing. Because if you've ever been to one of my presentations, the last 10 minutes of my class, I hardly move because I'm just in
watching
awe
it. Yeah, I've been to
of
many
what everybody
yours.
else is doing.
Of yours.
So yeah, that's my heartstring right there.
So you were at uni doing contemporary dance, and then where did I'm going to go and take this into a fitness environment. How did that come in?
Really random. So there was these adverts on the telly for this fitness course that you could pay monthly and study at home. I can't remember the name of it, but I thought, what an ideal way, because when I'm on my uni course, we did so much anatomy and physiology, and I was not the biggest academic person, but if you ask me about the body, I'm going to tell you about the body, how it works, how it responds, whether you're dancing, whether you're sleeping, whether you're just putting your hair back, why all of a sudden your neck goes tight. You know, I was obsessed with all them things. So my actual degree was contemporary dance and sport injury. I was obsessed with how the body works.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So you saw this advert come up and you were like, yes, okay, I've got this knowledge. You applied, then what happened?
Then I finished, when I finished my uni course, I booked straight on to anatomy. I did the fitness, anatomy and physiology, exercise to music, gym level 2, gym level 3, personal training. Then I started doing my spinning qualification. I just went through.
And were you in like sort of local leisure centres doing this, or were you?
I travelled everywhere.
Yeah.
So when people say today, "Oh, you're doing a course, where is it?" "Oh, it's a few hours away." Mate, I've only been driving 7 years, and all them training courses I did by bus, train, automobile, at any way that I could get to some form of education and learn from loads of different people. And I wanted to also go through all the spectrum, like from Pilates to high intensity. I wanted to find it all out and see how different educations challenged me.
Yes. Yeah. When we're talking, so some people will recognise you from being a fit pro, but let's big you up. Like, you are a fitness professional. You specialise in contemporary dance, in dance, and that's why you're such an asset, I suppose, to the Pure Energy team, is that you actually have our fitness background and you've been there and you've done that. And what's your favourite type of class to move to?
I like anything that flows. And that's not because I'm old now, but it's absolutely love anything with a continual base movement, because I just love that you can learn something super slow but keep going, and then as your body responds to it, you can put even more into it. So yeah, anything with the flow involved, I'm there all day long.
And when you've been doing your studies, and probably for the research that you do for Pure Energy, we're seeing a huge trend, and this is where we're going to take this podcast to, in the connection. And it's gorgeous that it's now coming back again. The power of music is literally the power of music, and the connection between human and a frequency that's coming out, or a vibe of that track. Can you delve into that for us, for our listeners? Like, kind of, do we know why it happens, or what the fundamentals for it are from?
Well, the the beautiful Hannah Rose, who you guys have all met doing the sound bath at Everyone Active, and you might have heard it on the music that people were playing in your mind body classes, is that she's a sound therapist, so she works very deeply into different hertz sound frequencies. There's so many different frequencies that we can play in music that, without you realising, hit you here, hit you here, hit you here.
Yeah.
So, and all of them have different meanings to them. So, like, some albums are quite high in frequency, where they're meant to hit you here a little bit more.
So those of you that aren't watching, so we're talking in our brain
space. sorry. Yeah, so certain ones that will hit the brain waves, and some of them will go straight into you as a person, so connecting to the heart, connecting to how you'll feel, and also emotionally as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people get surprised with the sound bath albums and the frequency music, that they don't realise they need it until they do. A little bit like if you do like your Rejuvenate programme and you go, I'll go and give this a go, I'm going to do this, and then you come out to it thinking, I had no idea, I was so stiff in one area and now I feel free again. So we try and get to a place of, if somebody is needing something to help them, say with mental health, anxiety, bring that cortisol level down, the frequency will probably be in the hundreds. So like we did an album called Thrive and Revive, and it was based on 174 hertz, and that was really proven, and the scientific reason behind it is that it helps lower cortisol levels, and so people suffering with anxiety issues, that album's probably more advised for you than something that's maybe 528 or a little bit higher on some of the
What's that called again, lovely?
Thrive and Revive.
Thrive and Revive. So when we're talking about cortisol in the human body, it's our stress hormone. So it's there and it's natural and it's good. Like stress for the human body, it's when we get de-stressed, it's when we've got too much, and it's when our body is in permanent fight or flight. That is a high cortisol release. And we're living in quite an anxiogenic society. We're always turned on, or we're always under a fake light, or we've always got noise with us. So it's just amazing, isn't it, that our bodies have actually got a connection, and we've got a vibration that helps us turn relaxed, parasympathetic. So can you just talk us through the research that you and Hannah do before like a sound bath is being produced? What does it look like?
So it looks like we sit down together and we talk about the frequencies that we've already covered and what the benefits are of them frequencies. Then we look at other things that we can do. So at the minute we've bought new singing bowls.
Oh wow.
So we've got completely new frequencies coming on the next album, and this is on 258 hertz. This is more for a complete restorative frequency, which, talking about the cortisol levels, whether you need it or not, if you're lying down and doing meditation style work, the frequency should really help the level go down. And also when we're putting the tracks together with the bowl, we actually now record them out in nature.
Okay.
And
also, why have you suddenly decided to do that?
So that we get the sound of so when you're in a studio and you're saying like, breathe in, relax, wiggly toes, do this, let's switch our minds off. Next minute there's a bit of running stream, there's a bit of wind, there's a bird song in the background, as well as the beautiful sound of the bowl. So
I love this.
we're doing 2 sets of recordings, live in nature and also studio based recordings, which we've done here.
That's amazing. How do you actually record when are you literally just grabbing the microphones and you're setting the bowls up?
We have so much equipment.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, but it's great because we get to venture out into the world, and sometimes people like will walk by and we're like, can you be quiet please?
We're recording, and we're seeing that, we're definitely seeing that, but it's really nice to see, I suppose, a regrowing trend in relaxation
and
classes.
Self-care, isn't it, as well?
And self-care. Is that an industry-wide, are you really seeing that trend come through?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we are ever trying to evolve the catalogue to help people in any way that we can. Something that I'm super proud of in this elm of where we're going is our New Intentions album that came out this month. It's based on life poetry this time, so it's not a meditation this time. It's very, very special. We hired the most amazing poets to come in and say, right, think mind, body and soul. You write a poem about the mind, something to help with the soul, something to help with the body. And each poet has done a really beautiful poem, and it's mainly to help with mental health. But you can also treat it as a meditation. I used one as a cool down in a dance class, and everyone was bawling, like crying.
Yeah.
But like they came up to me at the end and was saying, I had no idea I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And also, I need to tell my daughter about this because she's going through blah, blah, blah. You need to get this message to people. It's so important right here, right now, that it will help so many people. So that response just from that one session was like, oh my God, this is going to go out into the world, all these different health clubs, all these different Everyone Active members. I really hope that it helps them in some form or way.
The beauty of the power of music.
It's
You
amazing,
just
isn't it?
spoke about it, but meditations. Can you explain to our listeners what is the science behind a meditation? What's it do to the human body? And we're talking recovery. We're in Recovery Month at the moment. What's a meditative state for a human
That's easy
body?
for you to say.
No.
So if we can get our class participants to relax, that's actually a big job in itself, because sometimes it's quite unnatural, isn't it? Just lie down in the studio after the session and getting people to comfortably zone out. It's actually really quite hard meditation for everybody to do, which is why we've just done what I've just said about the life poetry. It might be a nice new way, because some people don't respond very well to talking science and doing this and doing that. Maybe it's just a nice message that they need to hear. But the importance of meditation is slowing down the mind. We're in such a busy world with like cost of living, people trying to pay the bills, staying on top of things. Coming to a class with your favourite instructor and locking the world out for 1 hour, concentrating on you, which isn't selfish at all. It's really important. Taking that time to bring yourself back to centre, and you will feel so much calmer and ready for whatever the world is going to throw at you afterwards. For me, in a nutshell, that's a meditation, locking the world out, taking the minute, finding your energy so that whatever comes next, you've got the strength to deal with it.
And I guess you both lead these in your classes, but can you explain to our listeners what that might look like? Like literally, if you're walking in a class, what does a meditation class look like, or what does the sounds of a sound bath look like? What are they going to experience? What do they need to bring? What does it do to them?
I think when we're in class studios, like some studios are quite cold, so I would say if you go into a class that's based on meditation, be warm, wear something that's very comfortable, because there's nothing weird than being cold and lying on the floor. So
100%.
if you're comfortable where you're lying and you feel cozy, chances are you're going to relax into the session a little bit more. Some meditations you can do sat up, like in like lotus type pose, or fully laid down onto your backs. Sometimes with pre and postnatal, we could be on the side with loads of cushions around us. I mean, I've taught meditations at desks, like 10-minute desk meditations where you can physically hold your hands and massage the scalp as and then the weight of your head will fall into the palm of your hands. So there's many different ways, and I'm probably not trying to tell people how to suck eggs, but everyone will do it completely differently. Like music is subjective, and what you like will be different. The way me and you teach, we probably do the same legs, bums and tums, but all do it completely differently. So when it comes, I don't see it being any different with meditation either.
I love it. But what I love is the fact that it's now, I think maybe even a couple of years ago, these kind of sessions were actually almost like a specialist thing, but now we're seeing it much more widespread certainly across our estate of clubs as well. It's becoming a lot more of a norm to go and sit to a meditation class or go to a sound bath session. And have you kind of found that in your experience being in the industry?
Well, it's evolved, and it's really special that it has evolved, because like you said, the Pilates, yoga, meditation would be in like a little one-off, little specialist studio over here. And the fact that we're bringing it into these big clubs giving the members everything that we need. Like I said at the beginning, the spectrum of fitness goes from this to this. And the fact that you guys offer a little bit of everything with really amazing instructors delivered in the sessions. I mean, it doesn't get any more special than that. You've got everything under one roof, which I think is really important, because people who don't know they need to meditate would probably
the ones who need to do
they're
it
the ones that need to do it.
100%.
I remember I used to teach a Thursday night yoga class, and before it there was, I think it was like a high intensity workout, and the people leaving that class they'd walk out looking all mean and angry, like, and I'd be like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you want to come?" And she's not doing that. I'm like, just give it a go. 1 week, you never know what you're going to get out of it. But it's the elements of surprise and when people look at something, you have a perception of something, but when you experience it, it's a completely different kettle of fish.
And I think that was really, really evident when you came to our national fitness event last year. And I don't know if you sort of saw any of the chatterings, but you ran a sound bath for us very kindly, and Hannah was with us, and people were very dubious about going to those sessions, but actually the feedback was, oh my goodness, that was beyond incredible. And again, I didn't know I needed it until I'd done it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of what we're finding, and certainly from my club, that's what we've been finding as well.
Definitely. So going back to your meditations and your sound baths and the society that we are in, when you're programming your sound bath, are you literally going, okay, we need to hit 30 minutes at this frequency, or is there certain parts of the body that you start to tune into? I know we've spoken about mind and we've spoken about soul, but when we have got people now coming in that might be heavy leg trainers, and then all of a sudden they're going, actually, I need a bit of yoga, or I need a bit of meditation, I need some me time in my life. How do you plan the music through that? Like, what is there certain types of music that hit a different part of it? Can you deeper relax?
You most definitely can, and we try and arrange each sound bath album a little bit differently. So some of them, the tracks will be short and there'll be a chime. So it's called a Shruti chime. If I've said that wrong, I'm really sorry, but it might be, just blame it on my accent. So some of the one that I'm talking about is 7 minutes of a track that will start completely ambient, where you don't even know you've pressed play. Then a beautiful pad will come in and start to give you that sense of calm. Then the bow will start to come in. So that's to allow the instructor to say, right guys, I've pressed play, let's get comfortable. So the instructor's got time to speak to you, explain what type of position they want you to lie in, how you're feeling today. Is there any particular areas you feel like you need to release the tension from? And then when the bow starts to come in, people should genuinely be comfortable by then. Yeah. And then the sound will start to evolve, and it will maybe get a little bit deeper in frequency. Then the Shruti time will come in. That's for the instructor to know that we're going to move on to another track and we're going to feel some different things. It's also to help the instructor plan the classes. So if you're starting with complete relaxation for track 1, you hear the chime, the next track, right, we're going to do some gentle mobility, let's move our neck side to side. And as that track evolves, the sound bowl will be used in a completely different way. There might even be gongs. So then even though it's meditative, it's actually going to help you keep awareness at the same time. So that's how the tracks are arranged. There's certain moments within a sound bath that keep you keeping awake and being aware of where you are and what you're doing, and some of them are to just leave you alone.
And also some of them have got, which I've noticed, is you've got versions of it where you've got Hannah who's talking through it, and then exactly the same soundtrack but without her saying anything, but you've actually got the script there. So if you've got somebody that isn't particularly confident in delivering that kind of session, you've actually got a script there that is you can totally use, which I think is fantastic for instructors. I think that's great. And you guys have the meditations on your Everyone Active app as well, so the your class members can actually practice it themselves as well.
Yeah, they are available. Did you know that? In the Everyone Active app, so where you see our little on-demand, we've got meditation sessions in that. Another part that's coming through as well, very much so, especially in Everyone Acts at the moment, is mindfulness and breath work. Are we seeing that across the industry? Do you think that's a reflection of where we are as a world, as a society, or is it just us being human and remembering that we're human?
Yeah, we need to. Breath is so powerful and it fixes so many things. If we are feeling anxious, if we are feeling stressed, even if we're in super control and we're buzzing, we're having the day of our life, that breath keeps us going and keeps us in control at all times. So if we lose the control, we can always go back to the breath. We have a couple of expert we have people that help us put ideas together from the fitness world, and this really amazing lady who I've done loads of work. I used to work with her with Nike Women, and we travelled around helping instructors with loads of new ideas for classes. Her name's Jane Wake, and she's actually working at the minute on a powerful resistance workout using breath work.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely phenomenal, but she always brings fresh ideas to the table, and that's why we did this year's Summer Solstice album as a breathwork release. So we've got beautiful ambient music, but also some of it is quite grounding. There's like a lovely steady beat, and the reason we've done that is so that if the instructor wants to do their own form of breathwork in a class, pick which track they like the rhythm of that they think they can work with. But I don't know about you. So I joined in a couple of breathwork sessions on a fitness event that I wanted to do a bit of research myself, so I joined in a few more people's classes. And I was feeling more anxious keeping on breath rhythm with the class. And I said to the instructor at the end, I said, I'm really sorry, I think I was doing it wrong. And he said, were you breathing? I said, yeah. You went, you were doing it right. Yeah. So I think we all have a natural breath, and sometimes it's hard as an instructor to say, everybody breathe in with me and breathe out with me. What if that person has a deeper lung capacity and feels like they're not doing the full breath and everybody else is? So that's where I was getting more anxious, thinking I breathe quite slowly because I'm constantly trying to stay in control of my anxiety. So I felt like I was doing that breath wrong. And he said, no, as long as you're in control of what you're doing and you're happy with that, that's absolutely fine. But isn't that really interesting that, like, if you teach Pilates, you're probably saying to everyone, right guys, breathe in, prepare, do your 30% and let's move. Breathe out, hold at that, breathe in. What if people breathe quicker than that? It's going to make them more anxious, so it has the reverse effect. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but breathwork is so personal to us all, but it's really important that we can find that rhythm when we feel like we're losing the control and helping us get back there.
What are your top tips, and from a personal perspective but from an expert perspective, because you've seen it, how can people be using their breath towards their recovery, towards aiding them feel calmer?
So for the most not common excuse me, is the box breath. So it's on a count of 4. So you would breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, leave it out for 4. So no matter what the rhythm is, if you can take a moment to do that 4, 3, 2, 1, we'll just hold the breath, feel the lungs. Exhale the breath. As you deflate the breath, that's where the calm should be. So you're almost breathing in any anxiety, but as you exhale and you're letting it all go. So in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, leave it out there for 4, and repeat it. But just make sure you're not like like take your time. And also from a parasympathetic point of view, like we're talking about recovery, if you don't suffer with nasal breathing, like hay fever, colds, or DBA septums, whatever you might have a problem with, nasal breathing is always better to filter the oxygen. So whenever you can, try and do that with a nasal breath.
The nose breath. That's amazing. There we go. Top tips.
Top tips.
For recovery month. Nikki, whilst we've got you, If you could only play one style of music for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Go on the spot.
House.
Yeah.
She's my girl.
Come on.
Yeah, I love classic house music, so your big anthem. So that's why I'm in Mecca, because I work with all the biggest DJs on the planet. So it's a match made in heaven for me.
And it's there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We love you.
Thank you.
Legend.
Team,
Thank you.
top tips on that box breathing. So that's totally personal to you, and it's a recovery tool that you can do anywhere at any time. You could do it, obviously not whilst you're fully driving, but if you parked your car and you're safe, you had a stressful drive, do it at the end of your drive, just before you go to sleep. Like, I sometimes use box breathing to help me fall asleep. It's just, amazing recovery tool as well. Nikki, thank you
for having
joining
me.
us. It's been amazing. Team, as always, we will pop contact details for Pure Energy below this, but if you've got any questions on recovery or on the power of music, on the hertz that Nikki was talking about, please email us in at
podcast@everyoneactive.com.
and share, give us thumbs up. This is available on all of the mediums that you find your podcasts, and you can also view us on YouTube. So, team, Nikki, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, pleasure. Take care, team. We will see you soon.
Bye.